Oh my gosh, do we have a lot to talk about today? Yes, I am wearing a glow-in-the-dark Minecraft blanket because I'm feeling under the weather right now, but I had to get this out because there's a lot happening, and if I just kind of kept waiting to talk about this, the Britney Spears versus Jamie Lynn situation going on, I would have an hour-long video, and I don't have the capacity for that on my phone, which is what I film on, so without any further ado, we're going to jump right into this, and I'm going to catch you guys up on everything that has happened in just the last 6 days. Without any further ado, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's talk about it. Roll intro. Alright, how did this all begin? Alright, first, it started out, and yes, of course, I have the notebook of notes. It started out with when Jamie Lynn decided to release her book, Things I Should Have Said, and it had a bunch of just lies and stuff in it, according to several people that have read this book already. And she decided to do a whole bunch of interviews, including one with Good Morning America, where we first got, like, what this book was going to be about, and she said a lot of things that were not true, so Britney decided to call her out on this. Britney decided to respond on Twitter. I'm going to put it up here on the screen, but I'm going to just poke out the things that are the most important, saying, and I quote, that she got really sick last night, 104 fever, maybe higher, not sure because I stopped checking. Her security also rejected her to have a leave when she asked for it. She mentions that in this Twitter post, which she had 104 fever. Why? It is her security. Why is this guy refusing her anything? Like, why? Anyways, I don't have time to dwell on it. Like, there is a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it, so. I looked at my phone to see what my sister had her interview with to promote her book. Watched it with 104 fever, lol. It was kind of nice because I had to surrender to not caring. Which is really fucking sad. Like, how sad is that? This whole book was put out specifically because everyone's talking about Britney right now and calling her family out. So Jamie Lynn decided to put this book out to, I guess, cash in on Britney, but yet saying it's not about Britney. Just saying. She talks more about her fever and stuff before she goes on and says, 2 things that did bother me was that my sis said how my behavior was out of my control. She was never around me 15 years ago at that time, so why are they even talking about it unless she wants to make and sell a book at my expense? Exactly. Right from Britney's mouth. Exactly. Why are you putting this book out unless it's to exploit Britney? She says that the book's not about Britney. Later on. Yeah, she comes out and says that the book isn't about Britney, and she's sorry to burst Britney's bubble. But somebody that already read the book said that she mentions Britney like over 100 times. Wow. How is it not about Britney at that point? Also in this Twitter post, Britney talks about Britney talks about how she had to watch Jamie Lynn perform on the Radio Disney Awards in 2017, a remix of all her songs, when that's what Britney had been asking to do and had wanted to do for a long time, but her family denied it. Britney goes on and says that Jamie Lynn had everything handed to her, that she never had to work for anything, which Jamie Lynn is always kind of putting it out there that she is this hard-working woman and she was always working, and I understand, yeah, you had a TV show, but who did you get that TV show because of? When I was a kid, she wants to say that she was hardworking and everything from the age of 12 or whatnot. I was a kid when Zoe 101 was a thing, okay? I remember the advertisements for when Zoe 101 was gonna come out. I was like a little kid, But I remember seeing these advertisements and already being a Britney Spears fan. The advertisements, literally, I can remember the advertisements because I was so hyped to see this show. Simply because Zoe 101, starring Jamie Lynn Spears. Why else did they have to put that it was Jamie Lynn Spears? Except for the fact that you were Britney's sister at the time. The Spears name is always going to grab attention. And that's the Spears people are always going to think about. It was in the advertisement before the show even came out. I just wanted to mention that. Now, after this Good Morning America thing, Jamie Lynn responded to Britney on Instagram with a long reply that was kind of hard to read. I had to zoom in on it. Including saying that what Britney posts in private to her isn't what she posts online, and that Britney's lying, basically pointing out Britney to be this crazy, erratic person that she said that Britney was in this GMA interview, which is what set Britney off in the first place. And that's when she says, I'm sorry, that she's sorry to burst Britney's bubble, but the book isn't about her. And again, I already said this, but somebody already said that she mentions Britney by name at least 100 times and the word sister almost 200 times. And that's their only sister is each other. So who else would she be talking about? In the book, Jamie Lynn talks about when Britney came into Jamie Lynn's room and said that she was scared, and she took Jamie Lynn into a room and locked it with a knife. Again, this was during the time when Britney was being berated by paparazzi. People had broken into her house, including Lou Taylor, who Jamie Lynn just adores. Ms. Lou, the person that she did the GMA interview, she did the interview in Lou Taylor's house. And Britney said that she saw Lou Taylor as a stalker. So what if it was Lou Taylor coming in? What if it was paparazzi breaking into her house? This was when the paparazzi knew no boundaries when it came to Britney Spears, and were always trying to get a pic of her. She doesn't include the context, probably because that's what was probably happening. But yet, she talks about how that scared her, and how that was uncalled for. But didn't Jamie Lynn go into a sub shop and start waving a knife at people not that long ago? Now, what has happened since that? Since that whole thing kind of blew up? A lot has happened. And I'm just going to put down the notes because there's a lot to go on. So, in the book, Britney, yeah, I already said the thing about the knife thing. Alexi Nichols of Zoe 101, she played her best friend. I forgot what the character's name was. It's been so long since I watched Zoe 101. But Alexi Nichols is her best friend in the first and second season. And it was rumored a long time ago that Alexis was a bully, and then Alexis came out and said, no, Jamie Lynn was the bully, because it all boiled down to this moment where Alexis got called into a trailer under the guise of it being, she just came out and said this in Sloane's interview with her. If you guys don't know or want to watch all of that, go watch Sloane's interview with Alexi Nichols. I'm sorry, I'm sick. I'm trying to get all this out because I don't have that long to talk. But yeah, Alexis came out and said that she had been called into the trailer and that Jamie Lynn had ran to the back of the trailer under the guise of being told that her and Britney and Jamie Lynn would talk. And Jamie Lynn, as soon as she walked in, ran to the back and Britney started yelling at her. And in the book, Jamie Lynn paints this as Alexis saying that she had lice and that she was a bully and everything. And Alexis has come out and said, no, that never happened. I never said that about you. This is just a whole lot of fabricated lies, which Alexi Nichols, if she's watching, you are a beyond strong and amazing woman. And I wish you all the best for not only dealing with this bullcrap, bull honky, but just everything that you've went through in your life in general. And I genuinely wish you all the best, because you're an amazing actress. Even though you were only in 2 seasons of Zoe 101, you were such a memorable character. And I always wish you would have come back on. But I understand why you didn't, because of her. So, and it's come out that James Spears, their father, going on to my next note. I'm so sorry for all the coughing. I'm sorry. I know it sounds gross. I'm so sorry. It's come out that James Spears, her father, did in fact record Britney privately from an FBI agent that investigated this. They had it taped behind her couch and stuff so they wouldn't see it, with his lawyers telling him, dude, don't do that. It's unlawful. But yet he did it anyway and planted recording devices, most interested in what Britney and her lawyer were discussing. That's so against the law. Also, in court that just happened today or yesterday, it came out that James Spears, their father, had been reading Britney's therapy notes, among a whole lot of other crap that happened in the courtroom. Like, Britney and Jamie Spears' new lawyer were arguing, like, fireworks going back and forth. Like, it's been a crazy week for everything Britney related. Let me tell you. It's hard, okay? It's hard. Jamie Lynn's husband, Jamie Watson. Yes, there are so many Jamies in this family. It's hard to, like, understand which one I'm talking about. I have them all, like, James is the dad, JW is Jamie Lynn's husband, and then JL in my notes is Jamie Lynn. Like, there's so many Jamies. So many Jamies. Why is there so many Jamies? Why are they obsessed with the name Jamie? I don't know. It's like people that name their kids all with the same letter. Why? Isn't it much harder to call your kids by the names? Like, I mean, even when I was talking to my sisters, I'd be like, hey, but you over there, come here. Like, having it all the same letter has got to just be agonizing. It came out that Jamie Watson, Jamie Lynn's husband, also was, in fact, taking money from the estate and selling businesses to himself, it seemed like. I don't know, I'm going to have to reread through things I was seeing. After Jamie Lynn recently said that she never took money from Britney, but yet her husband was? Huh. Yeah, Jamie Lynn's book was leaked before it was released, and then she canceled her book tour under the guise of it being not about the money. Yeah, that's a lot that's happened in the last few days, and I know that's a lot to digest. It's been a lot to digest for me making my notes. So, let me guys know everything about your thoughts in this in the comments below. Again, I'm sorry for all the coughing. I wanted to get content out because I'm sorry for slacking so much. I know I get like 5 videos out a week of all different content, and also, quick note at the end of this, it's getting to be 14 minutes long, so I might not be able to fit this in here, so the poll for the next anime is up on the community post tab. If you want to go check that out, please do. And then my Cowboy Bebop review will be out soon. If you guys want to talk about anything, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about all this in the comments below. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, press all the buttons, do all the things. I love you guys so much. I'm going to get some tea for this throat so you guys don't have to deal with all the hacking later. Bye.